วัสดีครับวันนี้ผมอยู่กับคุณอแมนดาอีกครั้งนะครับ Hello Amanda.
Hi,
Thanks
สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for joining me again. Okay, last time we talked about history of Latin music.
Brazilian music.
Brazilian music.
Yes.
Yeah, we should say specific to Brazilian music.
Because if we say Latin, it's just like
broad. Right.
So broad.
Yeah. Okay. Now I have guitar, and you also have your bass.
I have my bass over here.
If I want to learn a Brazilian music, what is a lesson number one?
I think lesson number one is to focus on the main rhythm of Brazil, which is called samba.
Samba, right?
And what's good about learning this rhythm is that if you can master this, you will sound good at playing bossa nova, at playing jazz, and it also help you with like so many other Brazilian grooves. But what is super cool is that it will help you to throw down the funk really well. There's some cool connection with if you can play samba well, you can play funk music really well. Like the grooves connect because all 16 notes.
So like the subdivision is on the 16 notes, the pulse, right?
Yes. And also because when you listen to samba, when you play samba, you kind of have to play like this with accents and with emotion. So it helps you when you go play like a old school Bronx funk 16 note bass. It doesn't matter what's the instrument. If you can play samba well, you can play so many other music styles well.
So lesson number one, how should I learn samba?
So I would practice walking. So when you walk, right, we walk like this, correct? We walk straight, right? So we walk. So the samba groove is in 2/4, so if you go 1, 2, 1, 2. So if you think like you're walking straight, the groove is already wrong. So how to practice? This is how I show to people. Imagine you have a leg problem and you cannot walk
properly, like alternately.
So you walk like this: 1, 2, 1, 2. So you feel like the 2 is heavy. So every time you're playing the groove, you need to imagine that you have this heavy 2 falling on you. If you can't make the 2 heavy, then the groove is automatically wrong. So you think 1. So you walk 1, 2, 1, 2. So keep thinking, keep bouncing like that, and then I'm gonna play 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Because that's emulating the surdo, that big low drum. And then you notice how I'm singing the 2 like long. I'm going short, long, short, long, short, long. So imagine that, and then you can go 1, 2, 1, 2. But imagine, this is with the 2 long. But if you don't have a leg problem and you walk straight like a normal person and you go play the groove, you're already gonna kill the groove. There's gonna be already not gonna sound correct.
Right.
Listen to the difference. This is walking straight with no weight on the 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. So sometimes you see people playing Brazilian music and you say, what is it that it doesn't feel good? Because they're not emphasizing the 2. So do you want to try it?
Yeah. Right.
Let's pick like a simple chord, like a C7.
Okay.
So let's try to play. I'm gonna play the chords in the bass line. But the idea here is I just want to show you that I'm trying to make the 2 heavy, and I'm imagining like 16 notes very short. So in my head, I imagine a hi-hat going. Chiki, 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 chiki,
2, 1, 2.
Try. Let's see if you can do 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah. And first you go to get. Yeah. Yeah, very good. Now try to maybe pick it like with your fingers and go do pa pa tum pa tum tum
like. Yeah. Okay. It's a little.
So I'll sing it for you. I'll just sing it for you. Just look at my fingers. It's gonna be 1, 2. Da 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 da. Yeah. Da 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 da. Yeah. Yeah. And then you can put a little percussion on it. You can go. Yeah, that's it. So it's a mix between playing the on beat 1 like short 16 notes and then letting that 2 go boom.
Yes, it's like release.
Yes.
Both foot on the floor, something like that. And okay, after like learn the basic groove, then I need to practice to make like the groove very consistency, right? Yeah.
What you can do is that you get a metronome. So number 1, if you think of it as a fast 4/4, if like the way that we're playing is if you think 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, like some people they count that and they think as like a fast 4/4 with 8 notes. Just by thinking like that, you kill the vibe. It kills the groove, because if you think 1 2 3 4 1 2, it's hard to make that too heavy. So you have to think slow in 16 notes. So you go 1 2. So you can practice. You put the metronome slow, 1 2, and then you have your head singing the 16 notes. Chiki 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 chiki. Just by putting yourself in that mindset, you're already grooving.
Yeah.
Or what you can do, if you have something fancy, you can go on GarageBand or whatever and program a hi-hat playing 16 notes and a kick drum just going really loud on 2.
Okay.
Because then that you're already putting that
the pulse
so inside like in your veins, inside your mindset. You know, because I'm assuming, you know, you can play the songs technique, you can read the chart, but how can you make people dance?
Right.
Correct.
The pulse should be right.
Yeah, that's how I would practice. I would do that, and I do that all the time.
Yeah, and just start with like one chord.
Yeah.
To focus on the groove.
And then another thing that you can do once you feel good with that feeling, you can transcribe some syncopations from snare drum or whatever snare drum the drummer is doing on the snare, or any other instrument you hear on the recording, and you can make that into scales. So maybe let's practice that. Like let's go like a C7 scale. 1 octave. So I'm gonna sing a syncopation, and I'm gonna practice that scale in that syncopation. This is actually a really cool exercise. I do it all the time. And then let me see how you do it. Okay. So let me see a syncopation. 1 2 tuku chuku tuku chuku ta 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 ta. Yeah. It's cool how it ends on different places, right? And I was cheating because I finished on the 7, but let me see if I can just stay on 1 octave.
Right.
That's the goal. So ta 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 ta. You wanna try with me?
Yeah.
1 2. Here we go. Ta 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 ta. That's cool, because then it lands in different places of the beat, and you still, and imagine always that too heavy. You do that in the retro.
We still then, like you found the groove.
And that's one syncopation that you transcribe from just listening to a drummer doing something on the snare drum. Now imagine you apply that one syncopation into the circle of 4. So I can go like 1 2, here I go. But do you feel that too heavy inside my playing.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's what you're talking about, that we're just starting with like a groove with one chord.
Yes.
And then after that we start to like change the harmony, right?
Yeah, because I feel like sometimes, especially in music schools, I guess because they want to justify the academic aspect of it, which I understand. They want to teach Brazilian music, and they already throw something like very complicated with a lot of chords. Like, even like a song like Wave of the Girl from Ipanema has so many chords in it that you're thinking about the changes and the melody and the whole thing, and you don't have time to say, but how can I make people feel good? So that's what
from what I understand, you need to feel the groove and make the pulse of the groove beat like your heartbeat.
Yes,
you know,
exactly,
your heart keep beating, whatever activity you do, whatever you're talking, right? When you're talking, you're driving, playing, your heart beat constantly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So same thing.
And just by doing these exercises, you get that stuff in your head, and then you can help and helps you. For example, if you're gonna play like a funk groove, let me say. Our syncopation was like pa 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 da, pa. I'm gonna try to play an E minor funk groove, and I'm gonna add that syncopation. You're not gonna know it's samba. You're gonna say this feels so good. So pa 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 da, pa.
I still hear like inside what you're playing.
So many times I'm playing a funk gig, and people are like, "Oh, you sound so unique and amazing." They have no idea. I'm just playing samba.
Right, inside the funk.
Inside the funk. Which helps a lot.
Okay, so that's lesson 1 about samba. So just feel the groove, feel it, practice it to make you can hear the groove in your head. You know, every time you play, make it constant and make people feel good. You need to feel good.
Listen to the music of the poor people of Rio de Janeiro. Not the sophisticated fancy stuff.
Right.
The roots bands, like traditional stuff. And try to just jam with it with the records. And then find like a couple of syncopations and adapt that to scales or to whatever you're working on. And then you're gonna see that if you do that, like, I don't know, 10-15 minutes a day, in 3 months you wake up one day, you're gonna feel like you're such more of a complete musician, even if you're not playing Brazilian music, because it's gonna add a different feel to your playing.
So that's about like lesson 1, samba music.
Yes.
And another famous Brazilian music is the bossa nova. So as we talked last time, it's like, rich people, high society, try to learn the groove from poor people, and then they add a jazz harmony, classical harmony to it, right? And did they make the grooves more simple?
They did. Why? Because when you're like adding so many chords to it, if you put too many rhythmic syncopations, then it becomes scales. So also something to be understand, the lyrics are very poetical, and sometimes if you put too much rhythmic variation syncopation, it takes away from the lyrics and the melody, right?
Because if like the lyric is too complicated on the syncopation, no one can understand it.
Exactly. But it's the same thing goes with jazz. Like if you want to learn jazz, you're not gonna start with giant steps.
Right.
Correct. Like giant steps has like all those crazy chords and melody is intense. For you to be able to play all those notes with a good feel, I would start just listening to Louis Armstrong first, right? So it's the same thing. So when we listen to bossa nova, the rhythms and syncopations are more simplified because, especially because of the chords and the melodies. The melodies are usually based on the tensions of the chord. Then you have a melody that's like the melody's playing the 9th of the chord or the 13th, So in order for that stuff to shine, the groove, the rhythmic variations are simpler. However, that feel of 1, 2, 1, 2 needs to be
still
there still.
Right.
I'm gonna show it to you. So, for example, triste. You feel that too?
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's also like not so much aggressive. They play like more like smoother.
Mellow, right.
Why? Because if you're playing like a sharp 11 on a major 7 chord, you want this to show.
Yeah.
You
want to hear all the tension and all the harmony contents bringing together, right?
But you're still thinking.
Yeah.
So let's you and I jam over F Lydian, right? So I'm playing F major 7 sharp 11. Yeah. So this is what we're gonna do. I'll play the chord for you.
Yeah.
And then you just feel that 1, 2, 1, and see how that leads you through different pathways in your playing.
Okay.
1, 2, here we go. Yeah.
But you need to try to make the groove, in your head, right? So, what I feel is like at first I not really get familiar to the groove, so I just tried like randomly play some line, and then after that I realized I need to, play some groove, and then I start to like understand more about what should I play.
But you know what? From the perspective of me who was listening to you playing, just because we talked about, imagine if you have a leg problem and you walk and you feel a bit too heavier.
Right.
You started playing already in that mindset.
Yeah.
And you were instantly sounding good, like groovy-ish, inside the style, because I told you that 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, right.
So sometimes like people want to make you feel like you have to practice so many hours a day and do this. No, sometimes it's just like
simple thing. You just really understand the essence of the style, right? The fundamental of the groove. Right?
Yeah, and then you will feel like as a spirit. oh my god,
yeah,
all of a sudden I got it. But it's not that complicated.
Yeah,
it's not like technical or anything.
It's just like the understanding.
Yeah,
right? Yeah, the wisdom.
Saying today
like
I'm gonna leave my house and I'm gonna walk not so straight. I'm gonna walk like this.
Yeah, and after that, it's become your nature, your subconscious in there.
Exactly.
Right, you can feel it. Music has a power, it's like a universal language. Everyone can understand each other, even we speak different language, human language, right? Everyone can feel the groove, like just like 1, 2, 1, something like
That's
that.
That's it, and
right.
And what's interesting about this is that I actually got in trouble for being Brazilian. And when I go play with the Senegalese people, it's the hardest thing ever for me, because a lot of their grooves are the exact same subdivisions as Brazilian grooves. However, their mindset is the opposite of Brazilian people. Like Brazilian people, we play like this, accents, the way we speak, like, hey, how you doing? What's up?
Right. Very dynamic.
In Senegalese music, the idea is that everything follows the main drums, and the main drums, they do this cyclical thing. So they don't think of the groove like 1, 2. They think of a cyclical group of syllables that go like this. Even though in my ear I hear the rhythms the same thing, they say to me, "You're putting too many accents, you're killing the groove." And I go, oh my god, because I walked in to play Senegalese music with a Brazilian mindset. So it's not that I had to like hide in my house and practice Senegalese music 10 hours a day for 2 years so I could play with those guys. It would be like, no, let me take a deep breath. Let me think about what he's telling me, because he's the Senegalese master, and let me change my mindset. The moment that I did that, and I took a deep breath and I thought about it, we played the next song, and then he smiled at me and said, "You sound so good, what did you do?" So
it's just like open mind, trying to learn, new thing, new culture, new music, right?
But when you practice these things, these little devices in your head, it teaches you how to be versatile and how to be open to new mindsets and new ways to feel the groove. That's like one thing that I try to teach people, non-Brazilians, about Brazilian music. Is they ask me, why should I learn this? And I said, because it will open up your head to different ways of thinking about the same solution, and it will help you have like a different voice in your instrument. So you're not going to be like, oh, that guy sounds like the copy of bass player A, B, C, and D. It's like, I don't know what they're doing, but this person sounds so unique and original. I want that sound.
Right. So it's all about like open your mind, trying to learn new stuff with open mind. Right. And the good thing is, like, when I learn from you, it's just like take 5 minutes. I think it's a good way to learn a thing with understand some of the history, why that things happen for that reason. There always a reason, and once you tell me all this stuff, it all makes sense in my head.
And if you think about the Senegalese, what he said to me was amazing, because it was totally like messing up with his vibe, and I'm being Brazilian and I was supposed to try to be Senegalese. But if you think about it, and we talked about this last week, the slaves that came to Brazil, they came mostly from Angola and from Nigeria. Has nothing to do with the Senegalese tribe, their culture, and the whole thing. So it really makes sense. Obviously, there's no way a person can be, I'm gonna go to Cuba and learn how to play Cuban music like the Cubans, and then I'm gonna go to Brazil, and then I'm gonna go. It's not gonna happen. So as human beings that have lives and other things to do besides just wanting to learn an obscure groove, why do we want to learn these things? So we can become better musicians, right? So it's more like, how can I change my mindset to put myself in that zone to play that music correctly? And that's why we all, like human race, develop this way. I think because we have a language,
we can communicate. You know, we can pass on the knowledge, the wisdom to each other, right? But you need to be like open-minded to learn all this stuff.
And I can like maybe leave you a list with like simple samba grooves or artists of like the people, the poor people's music, so people can listen to it and check it out and get it.
Right. So I used to write out a list and I put it on the description video so everyone can check it out.
Yeah.
Okay. So I appreciate the lesson. Thank you so much, Amanda.
Thanks for having me. This is super fun.
Right. And okay, I'm looking forward to see you again next trip.
Yes.
Come to Thailand.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Next time I come to Thailand, I'll be here again.
Right. Thank you so much. Right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. ขอบคุณครับ
Thank you.